Well, hello there. Have you ever been on the set of a movie or TV show? Okay, so I have, and let me tell you, it is fascinating to me. I used to love going to be an extra or sit in the audience for shows and watch the magic happen. There were so many moving pieces, and sometimes we would end up being there way longer than expected. I had the tendency to get frustrated because of it. But when the show came out, it was always worth it. And that's because cooperation is hard work. But at the end of the day, things were better because of it. This month, we are exploring some things that God wants us to do together. We live this out through cooperation, which is working together to do more than you can do alone. We'll use a super fun theme called Cast and Crew. Everyone has a part to play, as we set the stage for kids to connect with some incredible people in the Bible and figure out what it looks like to be in community, even when it's complicated, because God values it. So, to start, let's take a look at the verse we'll be learning this month. It comes from Ecclesiastes 4:9 and says, "Two people are better than one. They can help each other in everything they do." God designed us to be in community and relationship with one another. And when we are, God can do big things in and through us. We see this through the calling of the disciples in Luke 5, 6, and 8. In week 1, we talk about how Jesus gathered the most unlikely group of people, all from different backgrounds, to work together to bring about his mission. They may not have always gotten along or been who people imagined them to be, but Jesus still chose them because Jesus wants us to work together. Then in week 2, we learn about how we can work together to help someone succeed. We head over to Exodus 17, 8 through 13, where Joshua and the Israelites are battling against the Amalekites. Moses needed people to hold him up literally in order for Joshua to lead the Israelites to victory. For week 3, we head to Nehemiah chapters 1 through 4 and chapter 6 verse 15, where the Israelites had to work together to solve problems. They had returned home to Judah, where everything was crumbling all around them, or at least the city walls. Nehemiah led the people to work together to solve a huge problem in only 52 days. Then we jump to Luke 5, verses 17 through 26, where we encounter 4 friends. These friends had another friend who was paralyzed and could not walk. They cared so much for their friend and wanted him to see Jesus that they pushed through the crowds to get him there. Their story teaches us that we can work together to help someone in need. Lastly, we close out the month in 1 Corinthians 12, verses 12 through 27, with the early church. Arguments had broken out and sides were taken as believers struggled to come together. Paul wrote to them, encouraging them to use their differences and work together to point people to Jesus. This month, let's set an example for our kids through the way we speak and act toward one another, and work together to be here for each other as well as the kids in our ministries. But before you go, you don't want to miss out on this month's So-and-So and Story Lab Bible Story videos as we take a peek behind the scenes and meet some pretty awesome people who helped to make it all happen. In addition, we provide supplemental videos called Get Real that help kids learn basic faith skills related to each month on how to hear from God, pray to God, talk about God, and live for God. You can find these in the media package or on the Orange store. Be sure to head to the Prelude folder for a breakdown of the stories in the 4 Leaders Only document, or 4 things to keep in mind when discussing this topic with this age group. For ideas on how to decorate, head to the Create the Environment document. Also, feel free to reach out to your Orange specialist at findmyos.com for any and all ministry-related questions or on how to make the most of your curriculum. We can't wait to see the amazing things you come up with this month as you help your kids grow in their faith. See you next time.